Here's a mistake I watch sellers make over and over, and it's an expensive one. They refuse to drop their price by $5,000 while the house sits unsold and it quietly costs them $12,000. They're so focused on the number on the sign that they miss the money leaking out the back door every single month. Let me show you how this actually plays out. So I had a seller, and honestly, we got off on the wrong foot on price from the start. The market was shifting toward buyers and their home just wasn't moving. Months went by and they would not lower their price, not even a little. So one day I asked them a simple question: what are your carrying costs? The mortgage, the taxes, the insurance, the utilities, everything it takes just to keep owning this house you're trying to sell. Well, they added it up and told me. And I said, okay, so let me get this straight. Don't want to drop your price by $5,000, but holding on to this house has already cost you $12,000. That just doesn't make financial sense. And you could see it land. Here's what I want you to understand about why that happens and how to make sure it doesn't happen to you. The first thing to understand is that carrying costs are real money and they never stop. When your house sits, you're still paying the mortgage every month. You're still paying the property taxes, insurance, utilities, upkeep, all of it. People treat those as just the cost of living there. But the second you're trying to sell, every month you don't sell is money spent for nothing. And here's the trap. A price reduction feels like a loss because it's one big visible number. Carrying costs don't feel like anything because they leak out slowly, a little at a time. Add them up over a few months and they very often dwarf the reduction you were fighting so hard to avoid. That slow leak almost always costs more than the one-time cut. The second thing is that the market tells you when your pricing is wrong, and it does it fast. If your home has been sitting with little activity, that is not bad luck, and it's not a bad market. It's information. The market is telling you the price is off. And the longer you argue with that message, the more it costs you in carrying costs. And in something else too. A house that sits too long starts to look suspect to buyers. They wonder what's wrong with it, even when nothing is. So a stale listing can actually end up selling for less than if you'd priced it right from the start. Reacting quickly to what the market is telling you isn't giving up. It's the smartest, least expensive thing you can do. And here's the third thing, the one I really want to land because I've watched it happen. If you wait too long, eventually the decision gets taken out of your hands. I had another seller once where the husband simply refused to lower the price to where it needed to be. He just wouldn't budge. And one day I was driving over to their house to talk it through with them again. And on the way there, I passed a man on the side of the road hammering up auction signs for their property. I walked in and I said, well, how does that price reduction look now? That's the thing about waiting. The market doesn't wait with you. Eventually it moves without you. And by then, your options are a whole lot worse than a $5,000 price adjustment would have been. So if your home is on the market and it isn't moving, please don't dig in and wait. Do the math on what it's actually costing you to hold and listen to what the market is telling you. A smart, timely price adjustment almost always beats stubbornly bleeding money for months and then being forced into a worse spot anyway. If you're not sure whether your price is right or you want someone who'll tell you the truth even when it's not exactly what you want to hear, that's what I do. Reach out and let's talk.